Something happened. No, not that.
Emotional damage.
Nope, not that.
No, that did happen.
Oh, yeah, sort of, but more like, nope, not you either. Wake up.
FBI, open up.
That's exactly what happened. It happened, guys. Something happened. We're going to be talking about it because it's a big deal. It's a major big deal. It's bigger than anybody can put in words. I'll explain it today. Joyce is just finding out too, so this is interesting. I want to hear her opinion on what Nintendo did with their Nintendo Ninjas, and
FBI, open up.
that is going to be today's topic. But before, we have to introduce our cast for today, starting with Joyce, Link's favorite auntie, Jay. How are you doing, Joyce?
Hi guys. Excuse me. So Joyce has a bit of a sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so hoping I could just chill in the background and just kind of just be beautiful eye candy, you know. Mike, you know what that's like.
You can still like I'm still in the background.
But I gotta participate a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I drank all my water. I've taken at least 25 cough drops. I've been drinking Chloraseptic, and now I have hot coffee, so I can make it for the evening. I'm not talking for the rest of the weekend, though.
Oh, I appreciate you, Joyce, because you're here no matter what, and sick, rain, storm, hail outside. You're part of the podcast, and I appreciate you more than you know. You are an anchor.
Call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
And of course, you know me. I'm the guy who's been absent from videos for a long time now. Guys, I'm moving, selling the house. It's the whole thing, and hopefully I'll get back into the thing, on a regular basis. But right now, it's just, it's a thing. But we're here Friday night live. Thank you guys so much for being here, everyone on the stream. And so I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody on stream, including our members. And so we have things to talk about today. A lot has happened. Oh, by the way, we're not talking about Zelda today. We've been talking about Zelda over the past 6 podcasts. Podcasts? Is that the podcast? That's not the plural.
We rolling with it tonight.
That's not the
It's
plural.
about to be an extra crispy night.
Yeah. Nintendo Ninjas attack, and they attack like never before. It's a world-breaking attack, and so it's a thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're not gonna fall asleep. Wake up! Stop sleeping. And we're gonna go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and get into the. Have you been playing anything lately, JC? How's been your day? Your day been besides cough drops and medicine and stuff?
Okay, so I haven't gotten a chance to play much this week, but when I did, Splatoon Raiders has taken over my life. Yeah, all of it. While I'm this weekend, I know you guys can't see it, but it looks like a Category 20 hurricane hit my office. This is a mess of my own making. I do my writing in here. Mm-hmm. I do my crafts in here. I eat in here. Like, the only thing that's not in here is trash and food, which is bad. So, because when I empty out all the trash, so all the crap that's left over is actual stuff. Mm-hmm. This whole place needs to be rearranged. So that's what I'm doing this weekend in my silence. However, all week, because my throat was way worse the last few days, and I've had to go to work, and I talk at work. And I've just been playing Splatoon Raiders with all the extra spicy, super spicy modes, which is basically extra hard mode. Yeah. Bruh, I need help. So I've been waiting for some of my other buddies to level up so people can come help me. I've never needed help in a video game before. And I'm like, did Nintendo just low-key make a hard game?
Man, I mean, that could be the case. I'm still stuck right towards the beginning. I'm actually, I'm going down in the ground, and the lower I get, the harder it gets. I think I'm like at the
Yeah.
third level, and I'm like losing like crazy. So, I don't know.
Oh no, that you're further than the beginning then. You're way far in.
I am
That's
like
the bottomless buffet area.
really. So is that part of the story, or can I skip that?
No, it's part of the story. Well, the ending is there, and
Okay.
then after that, more levels open up. I think it goes up to level 99, and apparently level 99 is like
Wow.
insanity.
That,
I follow a guy. I'm sorry to cut you off. I was gonna
no,
say I
that's good.
follow a guy who
Mhm.
is literally a Splatoon X rank full champ. If y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all know I'm talking about dude. He's I believe he lives in the UK, and he
Yeah.
is that's a player, okay?
Yeah.
And even he was like, I don't think I can beat this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh Lord, if he's having trouble.
I mean, that gets me excited because I'm the kind of person who would actually try and try and try and try. And okay, game over. Try again, try again, try again. I could be like an hour straight just try again until I get tired. I don't rage quit. I'm tired. But I'll be back later. But that's it.
Wait, it's like I've told you before, like that's why it's taken me so long to platinum
Yeah.
Bayonetta, because as soon as I'm trying to platinum it now.
Mhm.
So as soon as I get hit, it's like, nope, go back to the title screen, start over. Go back to the title screen, start over every chapter because I've been getting hit by dumb stuff, and that's what really makes me angry.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh, shout out to Lottie. I'm sorry, y'all. We just gonna be casual and extra crispy. I'm just gonna be talking to the chat when I can. Shout out to Lottie real quick. She said she actually met dude at a chocolate Splatfest.
Oh, nice.
So that
Nice.
has to be one of our Splatfest. And also, Gina baby, I saw what you were saying earlier. So many prayers to you, dear, and I hope everything is gonna work out.
Yeah. Same here. Thank you so much for sharing.
We're
right.
just going off script. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna be talking to y'all.
There's no off script in the show. Everything is canon. Everything we say is canon. Even side quest is a canon. The chat
That's
is
right.
canon.
We're gonna side quest later, and again, I will be talking about coming to America. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in, but I'll fit it in.
Yeah. On my end, I've been moving. Not moving yet. We'll still need to close here and then close over there. Arranging all that stuff. Stressful, but we're gonna get rid of it. Get out of the way. Start packing, and whatever I'm playing. Well, I played a game called an indie game, kind of like in test mode. I think it's called Ethra. It's beautiful. All right, look it up. It's called Ethra. ETHRA. I think that they are about to have a Kickstarter start right now, and I think this is going to be an amazing game. It's just beautiful. It's like an 8-bit character in a 3D world, but the way that they designed it, it's not like the 2D 3D we see with Octopath Traveler and what Square Enix is doing, but it's a very different type of 3D 8-bit kind of, or 16-bit in a 3D world kind of game, Ethra. So I've been playing that game for a while. I love that game. It's in test mode, so we're kind of like testing bugs and stuff like that for him, which is very fun. And what else? That's it. I think that's all I've been playing. Oh, I was playing another thing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What was I playing?
You asked me a question, and I was
Yes,
so proud
yes.
that you asked.
Yes.
Because it was, first of all, it was a great question.
Yeah.
I understood why you asked it,
Mhm.
and then I know where you are in the game.
Okay.
Go ahead, tell them what you've been playing.
I went back to Ocarina of Time. I've been playing Ocarina of Time 3D, and so I finally beat the forest temple. I've been not stuck on it. I just kind of stopped playing it for a couple of months, and then went back to it. Finally beat it. Got to this to a scene with my beautiful childhood best friend Saria. And then a little moment there happened, and I'm like, what's happening? Hold up, what? And I'm like kind of picturing these moments in the remake, and it's making me more excited about the remake. So yeah, I'm still playing Ocarina of Time. So I might stream it. So hopefully you guys Stay tuned. I might stream like the rest. You guys can help me through it because I'm just there.
That line at the end,
Mhm.
because I know why I understood why you asked me what you asked me, but I
Yeah.
was like, I didn't want to say it right then because I
Mhm.
didn't know if you were still playing. But she's a sage now.
Yeah.
So sorry as a sage now. Guys, Mike was very, very concerned. He messaged me during the week and he said, "Did Saria pass away?" And he was on the verge of tears, and it was a beautiful moment that we had as best friends. And I said, "No, she is not passed away." And he's like, "Oh, good, I'll continue then."
Yeah.
So she's a sage now. And that last line where she says, "I'll always be your friend," my heart.
Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah.
My
And I'm
heart.
like, I know that in the remake, that's gonna be an emotional moment. Like there's two moments already I've seen that are gonna be kind of emotional. The moment the Great Deku Tree dies, and I guess because when you look at it there, they stay there for a moment, and then Link goes away, but then Navi returns, and she stays there for a moment, and then she goes away. In the game, because of the graphics, it's not that impactful. But when you really think about it, what's happening there, Navi's she went back on her own. Man, I could if they give Navi an actual little character instead of being her just a little light bulb, a little light floating.
Listen.
And give her she does talk, so she's gonna have lines. There's the voice actors for her, right? I'm assuming. And then maybe make her like a little fairy, not like the Disney one, but an actual little fairy you can actually see, Navi, right?
A little person.
Yeah, a little person.
A little fairy person. Yeah.
And then that moment when she comes back and she looks at the Great Deku Tree, she just floats there for a little bit. I know they're gonna kind of really hone in on that and see what's happening there with her, and because I'm sure that she's really attached to the Great Deku Tree.
This is technically a side quest because we promised we weren't going to talk about Zelda, but let me just side quest 3,472. Next season I'm gonna actually start counting the side quests for real. I want to see how much side questing we actually do. But seriously, what I really kind of hope for the remake is I would kind of like, because I feel like Nintendo is a little bit afraid of, well, not afraid, but they don't like to show too many quote unquote intimate moments, because intimacy is not just one thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Intimate moments are where you're just being vulnerable with your friend, your relative, whatever the case may be. I would really like to have a more emotional moment when Link, first of all, he gets the ocarina from Saria and then runs from her.
Yeah.
Because I hate that moment where she's like, "Don't leave." She's like, I knew you'd leave one day. And he's just like,
stiff.
Okay. And then when he's teenage Link, he's not adult Link, he's teenage Link. He's 17.
Yeah.
I love that moment when she's becoming a sage, but I would like for that to be a little bit more intimate, kind of like, the lights go down and we just kind of see them, and she tells them to his face, "I'll always be your friend."
Yeah.
And then it kind of fades out.
Yeah. Another part is that I really want them to animate, illustrate, and bring to life the moment Link's mom is injured, is she arrives with Link as a baby and leaves Link there, and then she kind of passes away, right? And so then Link is raised as one of the Kokiri.
Kokiri.
Kakariko
is the name.
Kakariko is the village. Yeah, it's like that's where Impa's from.
Yes.
So so one of them, and then see their friendship, kind of maybe in little scenes, their friendship, Saria and Link growing up kind of together there. And then it leads to that moment where Link actually leaves, and then Saria is kind of just very sad and gives the ocarina to Link. Builds up to that moment, because that moment, it is pretty deep. The animation wasn't quite there to kind of illustrate what it really was, right? Or even the music. They could have added a little soft music in the background. I'm like, wow, a little music in this background here while they're just saying this would have been great. Just like that moment in Skyward Sword when Link and Zelda are talking to each other, and all of a sudden she gets in that glass, and Link runs to her and just kind of hits that glass, and it's crazy. So
That's another moment that in Skyward a Zelda moment that I cried at
yeah.
because of the cutest little sweet things that they say to each other. And one of the things she says is, so this time, Sleepyhead, it's your turn to wake me up, because she would always have to wake him up every day.
Yeah.
And I'm just okay. Let's get to the topics, because I'm gonna just be crying about Zelda stuff.
But yeah, I'm enjoying the game, learning a lot, and so hopefully, at the end, I will
glad you're enjoying it.
I will continue to play the other one. Okay, after I finish this one, I will continue to play the other one, because I do love storylines, and if that one has a really good storyline, then I'm gonna.
I hope they add to the story.
Yeah,
you don't understand. It's on my prayer list. That's how bad I want them to really, really add some more lore. You know what I mean? So, anyway,
yeah.
I gotta take some medicine, and it's not gonna be a pretty sight, but I'm still here. But I am gonna. Y'all don't have to watch this. It gets a little, it gets a little bit like that.
But I'm gonna go ahead and start recapping what we're gonna talk about today, because we got some stuff we're gonna be talking about today. I have a quick recap. Like every podcast, we'll do a quick recap of what's happening around the world of Nintendo, so you guys are up to date with everything, right? And of course, we give you another recap of all the games that are coming out, because we don't want you guys to miss out. There are games. Nintendo Switch 2 has games. All right, so let's start in the industry and platform news. We got physical sales dominance. According to Circana, 63%, that's a big number, of all physical video games sold this year in the United States have been on Nintendo platforms. 63%. And let me just compare this to another platform.
How does that work with Nintendo? The Switch 2 had no games, I thought. And the Switch has no games either. I remember when they said that about the Switch. We ain't got no games, so I don't understand why we're selling. Why is it selling?
It's nothing. This is compared to Xbox with 4%.
We're gonna leave Xbox alone. They just going through it right now. We just gonna pray for them. Just raise them up to the Lord. Okay, it's gonna be all right.
So yeah, there's physical dominance when it comes to the number one. Nintendo's on top, then PlayStation, and then Xbox, and then PC, which is 1%. Nobody buys the physical on PC unless it's one of those kid games that you play and you learn the numbers and stuff. I don't see anybody buying physical on PC, but they only have 1% in their lineup, and Nintendo dominated with 63% of their games were physical. 63%. That means that 47% were digital. So it's crazy, insane. All right, so Pokemon Bank. If you guys play Pokemon and you've been using Pokemon Bank, maybe you used it in Nintendo 3DS. Pokemon Company has announced that the 3DS app Pokemon Bank will officially shut down on February 27, 2027. Moving forward, classic titles like Fire Red and Leaf Green will be added directly to Pokemon Home. Okay, so I think you guys should, if you do use Pokemon Bank still, then go ahead and just migrate to Pokemon Home now. That way you don't forget when it happens. But it's happening on February 27th. They're shutting down Pokemon Bank. So just a little heads up there. Joyce, do you want me to go over the major updates and shadow drops? Or do you want to go ahead and do that?
Would you please?
Yeah, of course.
Good sir.
Of course. So the next up we have is major updates and shadow drops. We got the Lord of the Rings, The War in the North Legacy Edition. Aspire shadow dropped the 2011 co-op action game in both the Switch and Switch 2, bringing to 60 frames per second gameplay and local co-op features to the modern platforms. This came by Nintendo Life, so if you like Lord of the Rings, go ahead and pick it up on Switch. And I think Josie got kicked out. Let me go ahead and add her again. There you go. Got kicked out. So yeah, if you like Lord of the Rings, go ahead and catch it up now. It's available on Switch and Switch 2. We also got news about Duskblood. Duskblood, unfortunately, I mean, I know how excited a lot of people were to be invited into Duskblood. I didn't enter I didn't sign up for it. But a lot of people did sign up and they were excited to play Duskblood. Unfortunately, From Software is highly anticipated multiplayer Switch 2 exclusive launch its first network beta test, but disastrously server connectivity issues has disastrous server connectivity issues. So basically, they were forced to cancel the beta test, and they said we're gonna do this another time. They didn't even say when, but I'm guessing they might do another. I'm not sure if they're going to do another sign up or there are but this beta test, because this is what beta test is all about. They're trying to test the servers to make sure if the servers are good enough to handle the load. It wasn't. The servers did not do well. It crashed, and so they were forced to shut down early completely. And they publicly apologized and said that, hey, we're gonna go be good. I mean, this is what it's for. Beta test is to weed out these little things. And so we're gonna stop it now. We're gonna stop it right now. We're gonna go ahead and fix it, and then come back at a later date. We'll let you know once everything else is fixed. So that happened with Duskbloods. On another title, anticipated title, today, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first ever Nintendo Switch 2 gameplay footage for the new Call of Duty was revealed, giving players their first look at the system's target frame rate and performance. Last I heard, I was watching a couple of YouTubers, Nintendo tubers who were invited. I wasn't invited. Who were invited to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. To me, it looked phenomenal. It looked fantastic. I didn't even know it was a Switch 2. I thought it was like an Xbox or PlayStation 5 playing it, and it looked great. But it also crashed a little bit, I think, and they stopped the server. But while they were playing, the game looked phenomenal. Everybody, people were playing the person versus person shooter PvP. And in different maps, the game looked fantastic. It sounded good, frames per second, awesome, and everything. I saw it in mobile mode, on handheld mode, and I saw it on dock mode, and it looked phenomenal. So that was also going on today. But if you pre-ordered Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, then the public beta test happens on the 28th. So you'll be able to join this beta test and play yourself before the game launches completely. So if you guys are into Call of Duty, I know I'm going to pick it up. This is celebrate the Call of Duty launch on Switch 2. Then the 28th is the beta, and you don't have to purchase a game to participate in that public beta. You can just, it's like a trial beta thing. So if you use it at your advantage, if you're looking to buy the game, you're not convinced, you can go ahead and download the beta on the 28th and start playing and see, hey, I like this, or no, I hate this, and then make up your mind there. The next one is F-Zero 99 received a surprise version 1.7.2 update. Through classic Nintendo patch, notes left exact changes and mysteries on the Nintendo Life website. So go ahead and visit Nintendo Life to look at all the list of updates from F-Zero 99. And last, we have the upcoming release and announcements for the upcoming games, right? We start with Madden, NFL 2027. EA's latest entry will be launching on Nintendo Switch 2 and sometime in the future. We have Hellraiser Revival. I was offered a review code for this game, so I'm going to get it. I saw Hellraiser when I was a kid. Hellraiser is the guy with the nails on his head, right?
Mm-hmm. Pinhead.
Yeah, that's his name, Pinhead.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
When I think about, I saw side quest. When I saw Hellraiser as a kid, why did I allow myself to watch that? You can tell my mama wasn't around.
Yeah,
because she would have been, gotta get out the holy oil and anyway. But now that I think back on it, I'm like, that was a weird concept.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a horror movie, but I mean, weird.
Yeah.
We go.
So yeah, so Hellraiser is coming out. I mean, Hellraiser is coming out very well released on October, Halloween, October 8th. So you can play Hellraiser on Switch 2. We also have Sin Reloaded. Night Drive Studios announced the remaster, which will release both on Switch and Switch 2 on September 24th. Then we have more Switch titles like Wobbly Life. We have Wobbly Life, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, Jenny LeClue, Detective, and if you like detective games, then Jenny LeClue, Detective is for you,
cute.
Right? I'm like, if you like detective games, and Jenny LeClue is for you. We got Midsummer Madness. Were all officially announced for the new console. So these games are coming to Switch too. I think that's it. Let's see. Massive. Okay. All right. So that's all the updates we have for Nintendo. All the upcoming games. I didn't mention Ocarina of Time and all the other games because I already mentioned them last week. But these are the games that we haven't talked about that are coming also to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. So if you are hunting for games, hey, we have games for you. They're games. Games are happening. They're being made.
No, the Switch 2 has no games. Nintendo has no games. They just take our money and don't give us anything.
They don't. Yeah.
No.
So,
can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, children. Settle down. First of all, shout out to Gamebird Classic. That is my buddy. He is the Birdman. He is amazing. Please go follow him as well. And thank you for showing up with us tonight, Game Birdie. The other thing I was gonna say, I'm sorry, but we being extra crispy, I don't feel all that great, so I'm gonna just say whatever I feel like. Also, y'all know I barely got a filter, so I was just doom scrolling during break.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of anguish non-Switch 2 players are having over the Dusk Bloods fills my heart with the type of joy that only pettiness can bring you. I didn't do a whole lot of participating, of course, but I saw this tweet that said something along the lines of, I used to love From Software, and I can't believe Nintendo could just pay them all this money. That's not exactly what happened, but that Nintendo could just pay them money and they just give them a game. Is that this is forever a stain on their reputation.
Wow. That's dramatic.
What is happening? I know Twitter's not a real place. I know the internet's not a real place, but I mean, I felt that there was some vitriol and unbridled passion behind that statement. I was like,
for real.
Now you guys are mad because we're getting the kind of games you said that we could never ever get on our platform of choice.
Yeah.
Who's telling these people they can't buy a PlayStation or a PC? It's like, no, they need to port this game. This game should not be on Switch 2. But they went to Nintendo. From Software actually went to Nintendo and wanted to make this game for Nintendo.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah. So it's a partnership between Nintendo and FromSoft, and it's a great partnership. So you want to play? Buy a Switch. Like,
a Switch 2 specifically for Dusk Bloods.
Yeah, I wanted to play Spider-Man. I was like crazy about Spider-Man. I bought a PS5 just for Spider-Man, but then I ended up playing other games too. I had a Switch. I didn't complain that Spider-Man was not on Nintendo Switch 2 or Switch. I went and got myself a PlayStation 5. There you go.
So you're saying there's a solution?
There is a solution. Stop complaining.
My goodness.
Stop complaining, save your money, and get it.
And then another tweet I saw was, you have to pay $700.
Oh my God, I saw that one too.
Play Dusk. You saw that? And then and it was such a disingenuous tweet, and I had to read the rest of it. So the second tweet following up was, well, you have to buy a Switch 2, and then you have to get a Pro Controller, and then you have to buy the game. And I'm like, or you can borrow your friend's Switch, or you could invest in other games on Nintendo. I mean, some people out there are really taking this as some kind of personal affront to them. That's From Software approach Nintendo and say, we want to make you a game. First of all, all these people, all these companies want is money. So if From Software can get a hit on all platforms, they're gonna get a hit if they can. Anywho, and also real quick, Birdie, I saw what you said. You said you sometimes have Fridays off. When you do, honey, you are more than welcome to join us in our silliness. We don't go as long as your podcast does, but what we do here is fun, and I'm just extra crispy and sassy about everything. So you're welcome to come.
Of course. We enjoy the bird, and we will be glad to have the bird on the podcast.
We know exactly, Pokemon fan. You do not need a pro controller.
Yeah,
I am one of those people. I personally don't like the Joy-Cons. I have huge man hands. Okay, I have huge. Well, they're not man hands, but I have huge hands. Even the bigger Switch 2 Joy-Cons don't do it for me. I was always going to get a pro controller, but you truly don't need it.
Yeah, look at this 8-bit dough, $20, 20 some bucks. Very good controller. Yeah,
or get one of them.
Yeah. By the way, I am working on a video with they sent me a whole bunch of controllers, 8-bit dough, and a whole bunch of people sent me controllers. So I'm making a video on Switch 2 Pro controller as alternative, so you don't have to spend $100 on a pro controller at all. It's funny because that argument about, I have to spend $700 to play that game. I'm like, okay, so I have to spend $700 to play my Donkey Kong Bonanza. I have to spend it. And you can apply that to any game. The logic doesn't make sense at all.
Then, did you see the tweet where they were like, and then on top of that, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going up when there's absolutely no reason for them to increase their price?
What? No reason. So
no reason.
So a $50 upgrade, increase. $50. Let me repeat that. $50 freaking dollars.
50
compared to 200 for some, 150 for some, and even 300 for some. The Steam Deck went up $300. That's another system. Another system's worth, and you're complaining about $50. I mean, I understand 500 is a lot, but it's less to save up to than 700 for a PS5 regular edition and a 900 for the Pro. You know, and Xbox raised their prices, although they're not really selling. They should discount them right now again. You know, or buy a used one. There are a lot of used Nintendo Switch 2s out in the market now, very cheap. You know, like I have a whole video on how to get Nintendo Switch 2 even cheaper. Like if you buy just the system without the dock, just the console on eBay, people are selling it for like $250 to $300 just for the console, just for the screen and the Joy-Cons. Okay, and
everything but the dock. And Amazon, I'm assuming they're giving the plug. They're selling the plug too.
Yeah, it comes with the charger. And then on Amazon, they got third-party docks they work fantastically. They work amazing on Nintendo Switch 2. That they're smaller, they're more sleeker. They're some of them even come with a capture card and a dock at the same time. It's like wow, for Nintendo Switch 2. So you end up spending exactly what a Switch 1 OLED cost if you go that route. I'm not against buying. Look, I bought my $2 Switches, twos. How did I do that? I didn't spend $400 on each. I spent $200 on each because I bought just the console. They only like handheld, so I just bought the console itself, and I bought them 2 plugs. It didn't even come with the chargers. I bought 2 third-party Amazon plugs on Amazon for $10 each. They work perfectly, and it works. So look, PS6. J-Big says PS6 $1,099. $1,099. I'm telling you.
I want to make it also very clear too. This is really no shade to PlayStation or Xbox or any if you are making electronics right now, everything is just so darn high in order for those things to get made.
Yeah.
So the fact that it only went up $50 when Nintendo really could go up more, because they're losing money on the Switch too.
Yeah.
They're eating a lot of the cost already. So it's
Yeah.
going up $50. And the thing about it is, there's still the complaint that the games don't look as good. First of all, the games look fabulous. They look fine. I don't have any issues with any third party or main games, first party games. You know, if you guys want this all powerful PS5, 6 type of Switch, that's when we're going to get into, you know, 4-digit numbers, 1,000 plus.
Yeah.
You know, Nintendo is still like, we still want to be as reasonably cheap as we can. Okay. Hey, shout out to Boo Minnie. Hey, Boo. Hey, girl. So, yeah. So I don't think any of these companies are being mean or being bad or hate their customers or, okay, Sony's a little arrogant, but I don't think they hate their customers. They need y'all.
They love money more than love. They love money though more. They love money more than they love it.
Well, that's also because Sony is a big conglomerate. You know, they got movies and entertainment and other stuff.
Yeah.
Nintendo only has games. Well, for the most part. Now they're about to have movies and
I can't wait for that Nintendo fridge. You know, like that GameCube that's also a fridge. I can't wait for that one. They can't do the fridge one.
I thought it was the Xbox that was the fridge.
It is. I bought it. It sucked. It's horrible. It didn't cool at all. And I threw it away afterwards. It's very, very bad. It doesn't cool at all. It just you put something in there. Literally, you have to leave it till the next day in order for it to cool enough for it to be at least cool. You know, not even cold.
Honey, I would have got my money back.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
So
we have here the
FBI, open up!
something massive happened recently,
I'm running
guys.
out the back.
The who?
I said I'm running out the back. I hear FBI. I'm running.
FBI, open up!
Something really happened. It caused a lot of people.
Emotional damage.
I don't know why the kids are celebrating. That doesn't make any sense.
Might
But
just be pushing buttons.
it caused a lot of people some emotional damage. Nintendo ninjas, they made their biggest bust ever. Like,
FBI, open up!
Nintendo ninjas, open up. They did their biggest bust ever. All right, a massive emulation takedown. Now I gotta put something in front of this news, okay? So I'm so that you guys are aware. Emulator, and emulation is not illegal. It is not bad as long as you are backing up your own games and you are using your own titles. You get, you know, there's ways to do that. I have my 3DS. Every time I use my, because I have a 3DS emulator. That's how I'm playing Ocarina of Time 3D. But I bought the game before I even tried it. I went ahead and I went on Mercari, and I actually made a video on this. I went on Mercari, I bought the game, and I backed the game to my computer, and I can play it, right? And so as long as you use emulation in a responsible way with your own games. Plus, I also own a 3DS. I think that actually works too. You own a 3DS because you actually need a 3DS to back up your games. You connect your 3DS into the computer, and then you back it up, and it's really easy and straightforward. But as long as you own your own game, emulation itself is not illegal. What's illegal is you downloading illegal games from websites online instead of purchasing them yourself. Okay.
No, not downloading illegal games. That sounds like something else. Oh, when you are illegally downloading games that you have not paid for, you are stealing. How do I know? Side quest. How do I know this? Because remember, me and this guy, we're part of the generation that started piracy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's stealing. It is stealing.
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna hide it. I participated without even knowing what it was at the beginning. There was Napster.
We all did.
There was Napster where you downloaded music. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I didn't know we had free music, you know. And I'm like, you know, there's a lot of things that are happening at the beginning. Guys, we were there when it started. We were there.
We destroyed the music industry.
We were there.
We're never getting another Whitney Houston. We're never getting another Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We're never getting another Taylor Swift. We're never getting another Beyonce. Because why? Because everybody's on TikTok. Everybody's on YouTube. we're never going to have a global superstar that we'll all have in common again.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
because we wanted to download free music.
Yeah. So yeah, at the beginning it was like that. Of course, I grew up. I learned my lesson. This is not good. As I became a music artist myself and I released music, I learned. I actually saw a couple of websites pirated my music, and I saw them. Like, you can look it up and download them right now on those websites. There's nothing I can do about it. They're in other countries, but I experienced it myself. It's, and we went from paying 99 cents per song, $10 per song for album, or 15 or 20, to paying cents per play to artists. That's what they get paid, cents per play for artists. In order to make good money, you have to have millions and millions and millions and millions of play.
And if you really want to make your money, you really need to tour heavy. You have to tour very heavy, because most of that goes to the production and to the artist.
Yeah.
What her say? My thing.
Nintendo said they have a robust lineup of games with actually. Will we actually see robusted in the next few? You got with the robust. I think it's because I use that word a lot at the one point, because I was excited about that word. Meaning Nintendo has a robust line of games. She brings it up. A robust, so we're gonna have a robusted. People got robusted.
There's a lot of robustation happening. Also, I don't think that's a word. I'm just.
So let's go ahead and recap what happened. Okay, and it comes from mynintendonews.com. All right, massive emulation takedown in a major push against piracy. Nintendo issued a DMCA request and has taken down over 400 Nintendo Switch emulator repositories. Not the emulators. Repositories are the storages that contain big, huge library of games. Okay, so 400 of these, and each one of them, I'm sure, had more than 100 games in each of them on GitHub. Okay, in a single day, this happened in a single day. Nintendo went,
FBI, open up!
and they caught everybody off guard. People will start jumping out the windows. People were in the toilet and didn't have time to do anything else. They ran out.
Wait a minute, Mike. It's like Enron.
Yeah,
and they were just in there just shredding.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, this is
the real story behind that isn't funny, but
Dick and Jane. It's hilarious.
Oh, so, yeah, that was in fun with Dick and Jane too.
Yeah. So Nintendo went in there with the Nintendo Ninjas and started slashing up everybody, and nobody had time for nothing. and 400 repositories. That's a lot of games. That's hundreds of thousands of ROMs, of Nintendo ROMs. And not only, let me tell you how big this is. Like, they have ROMs for everything, even NES. And like one single, and this is after research, it's not that I downloaded it, but research, one file contains over 1,000 games, NES games, that you can download and open illegally on your
Wait, NES?
And yeah, it goes from NES, Super Nintendo, all the games, all throughout Nintendo, not just Switch and Switch 2, but throughout, like GameCube games, all of Nintendo games. And
well,
so
wait a minute. I will say this. For games that are out of print, you can't buy them anywhere. You can't legally download them anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There is an argument for that. And I'm not as upset with that, especially those old NES games where licenses have expired.
Yeah.
Some companies aren't even here anymore.
Yeah, the software companies.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. But if you got Mario in any of that, you need to sit your butt down. Because Mario, every single Mario ever, is still available for purchase.
Shred your Switch. Pokey said Switch. Shred your Switch.
Shred your Switch.
So
Yo,
yeah, but look at how big this is. Okay, one repository can have over 500,000 games, including NES, Super Nintendo, all GameCube. You know, so
Switch.
Switch. They
Yes,
haven't.
now that's stealing.
Yeah, they haven't jailbroken Switch 2, so they really can't do that for that one. But
They'll get there eventually.
400 of these. 400 of these.
Be happy that Nintendo didn't come in and hit y'all with some suppository.
I mean, they kind of did to a lot of they kind of did. A lot of people out there felt like they did, you know. But
Mike
you
about
know,
to put me out.
and so they found that a lot of these repositories, whatever, they also belong to companies that Nintendo took out of business, for emulators for Switch, Nintendo Switch. I know they Citra was one of them that Nintendo completely got out of the system, whatever. But they had that one of those, and I'm thinking about suppositories. One of those suppositories. What is the word? Repositories? Thinking about suppositories now. Wait, hold on. Let me get the word.
That's my bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to.
Okay, let me find out the real word.
Repository.
Repositories. Okay, repositories.
Yes.
So
also, please remember that Mike speaks multiple languages, so I confuse him sometimes. So don't laugh at him.
Yeah, I speak English, Spanish, a little bit of Portuguese, and a little bit of Haitian. Oh, we got here a $10 super chat from the Angry Vigilante Show. Shout out. Let me go ahead and highlight it here because I can't hear it here. I cannot read it also because my site is whack, but I can close up. Maybe if PC gamers stopped defending piracy, then the emulation community wouldn't have to suffer because of it. Sufa, PC gamer, Sufa. Sufa.
I think he say suffer. PC games.
I read it in Spanish. Sufa. You see what Joycey was saying? I do speak multiple languages, so I read it in Spanish. Sufa, PC. Yeah, that's true. I agree. For some reason, I'm a PC gamer, but I don't condone piracy. But because PC is a different world, they think they're entitled. Hey, we don't have access to one Nintendo, so I can just download its games on my PC, open it up with an emulator. Emulators are not illegal, and so yeah, appreciate this the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Angry Vigilante Show, is it AVGS? Is that how you pronounce it? AVS? AVS? Yeah, AVS. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. And yeah, I completely agree. I agree with that statement. Safa, not Sufa. Sufa.
I'm trying. I think Safa. I want to say that's from Sanford and Son.
Oh yeah. I love that show. Sanford and Son.
I forgot what her name was. Oh God, I'm glad I'm having.
It's Creole, not Haitian. All I know how to say in Creole is "parle tu parle." Somebody told me that when I was in high school. It means you talk too much, and I remember that, and I memorized it. So
did you tell him cállate?
And no, I should have, right?
Cállate la boca. How about that?
Yeah, I should have.
Creole lady, mom.
We got 10 gifted by Dream. Let me go ahead and go up here. Let's see here. Where's the memberships? Dream a little more. There you go. Here we go. Dream a little more with the 10 gifted. Thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you know. With all my heart, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
Dream.
Thank you to Angry Vigilante and thank you to Dream for your support. You guys are awesome and I appreciate you. And welcome all the new members on the channel. Appreciate you. Make sure that all the members welcome the new ones by spamming all of your favorite member emojis. You have access to that. So we got some. Hey, Lolly's speaking Spanish now. Hola, amigo.
Now back to you, Lottie. Be hola, amiga.
So
I mean, she was talking to you, but
yeah. Amigo is the male version of the word. Amigo, amiga is the female version of the word amiga.
That's what that's one of the things I'm gonna need to have you help me on when I'm doing my Spanish lessons and stuff, because I always mess up the feminine version, masculine version, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid I'm gonna be insulting to someone.
Yeah. Almost all for male is O, the O.
Yeah.
And almost all for female is ah.
Right.
So, yeah.
But then there's some words that I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
No, Lottie, you're correct. Amigo is friend, but if you were talking to a female, you would say amiga.
Yeah. In English, it's simpler. It's just friend. But in Spanish, for some reason, they did decide to do two versions of it in Spanish. You know. And
I'm gonna just say this right now. English is actually one of the hardest. It's considered one of the hardest languages to learn.
All right.
We have 5 different versions of the same word, and then we got hard vowels, soft vowels. Sometimes Y is a vowel, sometimes it ain't. It depends on the situation. Go ahead, spell knife. Tell somebody who's learning English to spell sorry, y'all, side quest. Tell someone who's learning English to spell the word knife.
It's spelled NYFE.
And see, the E is silent. So technically it almost you would think it's just NIF. But no, knife starts with a K because reasons.
Okay.
In English.
But look at this. How do you say sure in Spanish? Sure.
See?
Seguro.
Oh, seguro.
How do you say insurance in Spanish? Seguro. Seguro.
Really?
How do you say candado or lock in Spanish? Seguro. How do you say, let's see here, are you sure? ¿Estás seguro?
¿Estás seguro? See, that makes sense. But when I think of there, we have 5 different versions of there that all sound the same.
Yeah.
But mean different things. Yeah. And I will admit I'm a bit of a grammar Nazi. Because I'm one of those people. I will correct you in your text message.
Yeah.
If you're my friend. And it's like, first of all, and then we have 3 versions of to. So 2 TOO as in also. Then we have 2 TWO as the number 2. And then 2 TO, which just connects the sentence. Yes, Pool. There. Weather and weather. Yes. Weather and weather took a very long time for me for whatever reason. I used to always have to look it up.
Okay. Well, so look at this. I have to look it up because there's so much more. Do you feel safe? ¿Te sientes seguro? Safe is seguro. Sure? Seguro. Are you confident? Seguro. Reliable? Seguro. Lock? Seguro. Safety? Seguro. I'm like, how do you know what to use the right one?
But because you grew up with because that's your first language, right? Spanish?
No, English was my first language. I grew up in Boston. Well, I didn't grow up. I was born in Boston, and then I was raised there till I was like 9, learned English, 10, and then went to Puerto Rico, and I spent from ages 10 to 17 there. That's when I learned Spanish. Yeah.
The reason I was saying that is because, like, I would imagine that feels natural to people who grew up speaking Spanish, when to use seguro and when not to, and everything. But yeah, that's low key wild. I haven't gotten that far.
Now, imagine
I'm
if
still
you're
trying
gonna
to figure out how to figure out complete sentences.
imagine if you make a sentence that involves all those words.
What's a sentence we could make up with just that word?
Estás seguro que te sientes seguro que tú seguro estás seguro. I mean, are you sure that are you sure that your insurance is secure and that your house is locked? Seguro, 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 seguro. You know, and so I'm telling you, and that's just one of the words that have many definitions. By the way, side quest, many definition in Spanish, and there's just so many other crazy ones. It's just crazy. It's too much.
We're just talking about anything at this point.
The word. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. But yeah,
language
back to
is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and so back to the. Oh, that's not the right one.
Whose kids is them?
I don't know. The guys go back to bed. Okay. They went to bed, so they're good. So, yeah, Nintendo, the ninjas got busy. They started kicking, karate chopping everybody in sight. It took down to get head.
Was kung fu fighting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was. I'm sure that while they were kicking everybody out, they were all listening to the song. Everybody loves kung fu fighting. So they took down everybody and their mother and their sister and maybe their aunties too. They're all taken down to Chinatown. And so
hey, yo, side quest. You know what's another good cult classic?
Yes.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I remember that one.
When you said Chinatown,
yeah.
See, now I gotta go watch that. I'm sure it's on Tubi or something like that. Big Trouble in Little China is just it's so 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And just go watch that, y'all. Do yourself a favor. And also suspend some belief.
You gotta, Raiden was first featured in that movie. That was the inspiration.
Was it Raiden or was it Storm? The guy with the electric guy.
Yeah, Raiden.
That's Raiden. Okay.
Yeah, Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he was inspired by that character. That character was the inspiration for Raiden. And if you look at there, you'll see a real first time appearance of Mr. Raiden. The Raiden. We got a prediction here about Boo Mini. Nintendo Direct September 1 or 3rd, Wednesday. Thunderstats Gaming said.
Wait a minute. September 1, Mike?
September 1?
1st.
Yeah.
September 1st.
Sorry. Peperio.
Seguro.
¿Estás segura? Nintendo 1st, September 1st or 3rd. Wednesday, Thunderstats Gaming said GTA 6 August 26th, Gamescom August 27th, and PAX West September 4th. That's my daughter's birthday, September 4th. He said pay attention to those dates. So it's basically an analytical breakdown by Thunderstats. Thunderstats and I have one thing in common, maybe two things in common. We are professional analysts, but we are also professional willers. You don't know what a professional willer is. A professional willer wills things into existing. They mention it, they keep mentioning until it happens.
I don't like that name. Can you call yourself like
a willer?
No, willer just sounds weird. Like a professional manifester.
Yeah, that sounds more.
I like that.
Okay. Professional manifestors. Okay, we went to the school of manifesting, and we manifest things with our mind, with our heart, and with our soul. So you put your mind and your soul together, and then you speak out what's in your mind, and it travels to your soul, and then it just comes to pass. So yeah, we are a very few breed, but we exist out in the world to to just to spread hope and cheer and love and the love of Christmas, into people's hearts,
It doesn't have to be Christmas.
I mean, there's nothing better than Christmas morning. I'm sorry, nothing better than Christmas morning.
What if you celebrate Hanukkah? They get 8 days of gifts.
That's crazy, right?
That's beautiful.
That's insane. That's like, imagine having, like, I have at least 20 maybe nephews, so Christmases get expensive. And so imagine Hanukkah. 8 days.
Everybody's getting a wooden toy and some socks.
Everybody's getting Chinese checkers and not the whole package. Just open the Chinese checker, one little marble each per day. You guys can all share it. That was the gift.
Gosh.
That was the gift back in the day.
I mean, good Lord. Anyway. One more thing. Poke is specifically asking for you to manifest for Pokemon Coliseum to come to NSO. Because I promised Poke, if no Coliseum, once I feel better, we're gonna go riot. Okay.
Pokemon Coliseum will be announced a release date in the September Direct and will probably be out by November.
No, I'm gonna say same day because they can shadow drop that.
With NSO drops on GameCube, they've actually kind of announced it ahead of time. For all of them, they've announced it ahead of time. They haven't.
Yeah, but the fact is they can. So they
can. Yeah, they can.
So I'm just asking you to tweak your manifestation a little bit.
All right, I'll tweak it.
Because what I'm hoping is for Poke's sake, because every time something happens on NSO and it's not Coliseum, I have to worry about Poke and if she's okay.
Yeah.
Do I have to fly where she is? I know where she lives. So it's like, do I have to fly there and like help her? You know what I mean? It worries me. It causes her great distress. So I'm hoping in the next Direct, they will say, finally, Pokemon Coliseum is coming to NSO, available later today.
Yeah, this will also be part of the Nintendo Direct. I am also manifesting this one here by Jay Biggs. Halo. We're gonna get the Halo special edition pack where it has a couple of Halo games in there for Nintendo Switch 2. And so Gears of War Reloaded. We're gonna get Gears of War, not the new one, unfortunately, but we're gonna get the other ones. I'm happy with those. And so those are also being manifested. By the way, this is a great segue because the second part of the main topic of the day is Nintendo's plans for.
Did we finish talking about Emulation?
Did we?
I don't know. Did we?
Oh, a massive emulation happened. Over 400 suppositories were placed,
That's what's gonna happen, you guys. If you pirate Nintendo games illegally, they're gonna make sure they're gonna hit you with a suppository.
Yep. For
depending on who you are, that may not be a good thing.
One per game, 1 per hour played of every game.
Okay, you don't want to be that clean.
So yeah, what are your thoughts, Josie, on this?
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna die. I'm sorry. I did because when I had to hop off camera real quick, I did my little neti kettle because I have a little bit of congestion, and I said just to make sure I don't cough up a storm, I took some NyQuil. Y'all know what happened with NyQuil. Because as soon as Mike, what do I always do when we get off? Well, not always, but most times, what do I do? Once we get off of here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
So now that I wanted to make sure I'm not coughing so much that I'm just up all night. That was Monday and Tuesday. I was just up, just coughing, and I was like, ugh!
Yeah,
Now I used to smoke. Y'all know I quit smoking last year, so I don't know if that's like leftover because everything else feels fine. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that was this is yes, Poke. We are so far gone now. We are so far gone. Yeah.
Well, we're 4 minutes into it. We're 5 minutes into Extra Crispy. So
No, I've been extra crispy all night, or at least ever since I took that NyQuil. Anyway.
So what are your thoughts on the 400 takedown? Well, 400 repositories, which, by the way, each one has hundreds of thousands of games. Nintendo just completely obliterated, deleted.
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
I'm sure they took some for themselves. Hey, that game we don't have for NSO. Grab. Grab. That's mine.
That production company went out of business 20 years ago.
A long time ago. Wow, they have it? Kung Fu. They got Kung Fu. I can't believe they got Kung Fu.
Is it Kung Fu on NSO?
No, it's not on NSO. I'm upset about that. I actually own the NES game. I bought it.
Kung Fu's not on NSO.
No, it's not. Not Kung Fu.
It's so crazy. I feel like I still have like that and Ninja Gaiden and Punch Out. I still have muscle memory for those games.
I love Kung Fu.
Insanity.
It's one of my Nintendo journey was long, and it started with my cousin, who introduced me to Nintendo with his Nintendo. Because it's always a cousin who has a Nintendo first, and he has all these games, and you have to sneak into his room to play games and play. And so Kung Fu was one of the games that he had, and that's one of the first games that I owned Kung Fu, and so I bought it again. I love Kung Fu, and Nintendo has not. Is Kung Fu a first party Nintendo game, or is it like a third party? I don't even know.
I'll look it up.
So yeah, it's I'm sure that when Nintendo knocked on the door and they did the they opened up the door and they saw all these games, like, oh my god, we don't have that game, we don't got that one. Oh my god, how did they? And like they have to study, because first thing is first. Nintendo is also trying to do the same thing, but on NSO. They're trying to bring games, emulate games on a software that they run themselves in a server, on the cloud, on your Switch, and then play the games. That's what it is. Nintendo has their own emulators, right, to emulate the games so that you can play them on your Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 on NSO. And so, believe it or not, I'm sure that when Nintendo took down Citra, Nintendo 3DS emulator, that was done before Nintendo had the chance to make their own, I'm sure they learned a lot in the process, to apply it to their own servers. Nintendo DS, which is the next emulator being added to NSO. I'm sure maybe we'll hear about it on the Direct with the double screen Switch, double screen little flappy thingy.
To answer your question, Mike.
Yeah.
Kung Fu for the NES was based on the 1984 arcade game Kung Fu Master.
Yeah.
Originally Spartan X in Japan.
Yeah.
The original arcade game was designed by Takashi Nishiyama for IRIM, and I think that was the name of that company. But the NES port was developed by Nintendo and specifically headed by Shigeru Miyamoto.
Interesting. So it is a third-party game.
And at the time, the team that made Super Mario Brothers, the original, also worked on that game.
Yeah.
So, and the composer is none other than Koji Kondo.
That's a Nintendo all the way. First party, and it's not on the NSO. I'm upset. I'm upset at Nintendo. I'm about to quit the channel. I'm gonna change the channel to another. I'm gonna call it Stadia. Stadia's gone long ago. I'm done. No Kung Fu. No Kung Fu. Come on.
If it makes you feel any better, if Coliseum doesn't come out, and when Poke and I go riot at Nintendo headquarters, you can come with us.
Can't believe
more rioting. It'll be a whole riot party.
Nintendo's always adding games, so hopefully one of these days Kung Fu makes it, to NSO. In the meantime, I own it. I have my original NES, right? I have the entire thing with the box and everything. and I can play it there. I also have an old fashioned TV with the one with the huge back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh God,
yeah,
I had one of those for years.
yeah.
Real quick, we got breaking news.
All right, let's see it.
Shout out to Pokey91, my poke. She is saying, and she got this from one of our mods over at Nintendo Prime, and he keeps up with all of this news. So, Dust Bloods is doing another test tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time. That's roughly 11 minutes from now. 10 p.m. Eastern. And everybody was screaming for your attention. So yeah. So anybody who signed up for Dust Bloods, I plan on playing it over the weekend. Hopefully the weekend testing will continue, because tonight Joyce is going to bed.
That's awesome. I mean, there you go. Dust Blood, is coming back tonight. So I guess that little hiatus didn't last long. Hopefully the
whole point is to test the servers.
Yeah.
I think they like it when you break the servers, because they're like, good, we want to make sure that we get all the bugs out before.
Exactly. Yeah. So guys, break it away. If you're playing, do your worst. Do your worst. Do what you got to do. Try to break it. That way they could whenever they fix it, they can make it better. So
exactly. Agreed. Yeah. I'm sorry. As far as emulation suppositories go, like, in all seriousness, I'm being real serious now.
Yeah.
You can't. There's just not a way to justify it, because, guys, I'm gonna tell you, me and Mike, our generation, we said the same thing when Napster dropped, when LimeWire dropped. All these music artists make all this money anyway.
Yep.
Guys, we remember the days of $50, $60, $70 concert tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because while the record companies got most of the money from the sales of an album, some of that did kick back to the artist. So between that, tours, promotions, deals, everything, they did make their money. And yes, they were crazy rich. But you see where the music industry is now, right? We did that because we said the exact same argument. Piracy, well, Madonna's rich. It's okay if I download her album. Yes, I love Madonna. I don't care what anybody says, and Madonna's still rich. So it didn't necessarily affect her, but look at all the damage that it kind of did to the rest of the music industry. And also, guys, I mean, I know there's plenty of young people that are coming up and do a lot of good music. There's also a lot of crap out there, because these people don't have PR teams. These people are going live on Instagram and arguing with fans. Okay. Back in the day, record company would never let you do that. And that's not because the record company was saints or anything, but artists were able to make money. If I had a young person, I want to sing, I want to go into singing. I don't know how I feel about that these days. So we don't want the same thing to go into happen to gaming on such a scale that it's no longer special anymore. That the other reason us millennials and Gen Xers long for the good old days is because we didn't have to deal with all this extra like this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So there is truly no reason for piracy.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that is out of print. Nobody can find it anywhere. You can't download it from anywhere. You can't buy it. Can't do anything with it. Then I think that it's fine. And because the thing about it is, Nintendo or any of the dev companies can't really do anything, because if it's out of print, that usually means that it's either no longer in demand, development company is probably out of business. Sorry, y'all, I'm losing here. That sort of thing. So all I'm saying is, please don't do the mistake that we did to music.
Yeah. I mean,
you guys are never going to get another Thriller album. You're never going to get another, what's another classic? You're never going to get another Purple Rain album. You're never going to get another artist or like
even,
that.
Or even Milli Vanilli, the best band ever.
Boo this man. Boo, Mike. Boo this man. In
If you know,
Millie's
you know. If you know, you know.
Millie Vanilli's defense,
Blame
they
it
at least
on the rain. Yeah.
girl, you know it's true.
Do, do, do.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you. Look, the songs were the jam, though. I don't care who sang them.
They were good though. I love those songs.
They really were great. Yes, Queen, of course, and unfortunately, Frankie's no longer with us, but that music is eternal. We Are the Champions was our Spurs championship song for years, and then we stopped winning championships. Anyway, we're never going to get another Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs is by Leonard Skinner, Freebird. Everybody knows Freebird. It's a beautiful, oh, I love that song. So we're never going to get other songs like that, guys. You know, unless you know who to find or who to look for on the TikToks and the book faces and the MySpaces and whatever, you know, whatever you young people doing out there. So guys, we just don't want the same thing to happen to gaming. I don't know what I would do if I would wake up in 20 years and gaming is just, the industry is just in complete shambles. And another thing is, it's fun that Nintendo's winning right now, and I kind of like it because it shuts a lot of the haters up, you know. However, I don't want them to stay here. I need Sony to get their head back in the game. Okay. I need Xbox to get their head back in the game because we want competition. Competition makes better games. Okay. And who wins when there's better games being developed by the big three or any new developers coming up and everything? We win. So this is a cautionary tale, actually. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done.
No, I agree. And one point you made, that there are some games that are out of print, out of production, and these developers, they don't exist anymore. They were back in the day. You know, Acclaim is one of them that left and then came back. You know, that at least to come back, but they own nothing now. When they came back, when they bankrupt, they sold everything. And so when they come back now, they're coming back as an indie developer, but they don't own any of the assets they used to own. So just because they're around now. But if you're thinking of a game that is no longer in production, look it up. Like look up the game, right? And because a lot of the times what happens is that these games are sold to other developers, are sold to other companies before that company ceases to exist. And so, for example, one game is like Nightmare on Elm Street, right? The NES one. I remember playing that game. In Friday the 13th. Those games were in limbo for a long time, and all of a sudden they got bought up, and so now they belong to a different company. I don't know what that company is, but you know, just look it up, and because there's always a way to find that game. If you can't find who owns the game, or it appears that game is not owned by anybody, it's just a limbo, then maybe there's a gray line there that you can actually access it from a copy online, right? But
I'm sorry, Mike.
No, that was it. That was it.
I was just gonna say, and I also saw this comment in chat. You know, it's hard to buy games these days, guys. We grew up with $60, $80, $70, $90 games too. I think A Link to the Past was even expensive when it first came out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just tell you, like I tell anything else, when it comes to your favorite hobbies, you gotta save your money. I know that's not always easy. Not everybody's in that same place, but the good thing about hobbies and everything like that, they'll wait for you. Yes, these Switch games and Switch 2 games ain't going nowhere for so long after we're gone.
Yeah. Shout out to Angry Vigilante for the $2. Nickelback is the greatest band of all time. What do you think?
I don't dislike them.
What is Nickelback?
They're not my. I like they remind me of Creed.
What do they say?
This is how you remind me what I really am.
All right, yeah, they're good. They're amongst
no,
the
but
greatest.
We're not going to get another. But the thing is, just because I don't listen to their music, I've heard of them. I know who that is. You know what I mean? We're not going to get bands like that anymore. I would love to have. Okay, y'all. Side quest. Mike.
Yes.
Mike, you were there when we had the Latin explosion in America.
Yeah.
Ricky Martin, J-Lo. When we used to like J-Lo before we found out who she really was. Mark Anthony. We all spoke, as a nation, we spoke Spanish for at least a good 5 years. As a nation. We had a good...
I didn't like that song.
I love that song.
And then the Macarena one.
Now that I did not like.
I can't stand those songs.
I didn't like that one. Now I like Living La Vida Loca.
Maybe because
but
I'm
also
Spanish.
it was a Ricky. Also, Ricky Martin can actually sing, and on top of that, his whole album was good. I know all the words in Spanish and English.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always understand what he's saying, but I can feel it. We had Nickelback, we had Creed, we had. I remember when Santana made that huge comeback. Santana is way before me and Mike's time. That's our parents' music.
Yeah.
But Santana was able to make a huge comeback based off of, I don't know, what do you young people say? Their Riz.
I think somebody's in your car.
Oh, sorry. The Supernatural album was everywhere. That was a beautiful album. Not Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez was later. Our Selena that we had, unfortunately, she passed away way too early. Just like we had Aaliyah and she passed away too early. But the fact that we still talk about Selena, and I live in Selena town, okay? Like her grave is beautiful and huge. There's certain restaurants that still have her statue, play her music, everything. The fact that we still talk about Aaliyah, we don't want that to happen to y'all. We want y'all to have these awesome moments that we grew up with. Yeah. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox.
Yeah, it's sad about how Selena passed, but she made it safer for other artists because of the without going too much into it, person who did it started all as a obsessed fan that because they didn't know any better, they made her the president of her fan club and she had direct access to her, and then that spiraled out of control and something really happened. And I remember watching the news when it was happening. It was just
we remember that because it made it to mainstream news. Well, mainstream American news, because it was that deep. Because she was going to break in to the mainstream music line. I think in my opinion, I think she was supposed to be, or she was destined to be originally like the first like J-Lo. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
J-Lo's career started with playing Selena.
And I don't care what anybody says. J-Lo did a good job. That's the only movie she can act in. She can't act in nothing else. Yeah. I said what I said. But but we were able to feel that together as a country. You know, when Aaliyah died, we were able to feel that together. When Michael died, that was bad. The whole world stopped.
That was bad. That one was horrible.
That's still hard.
Oh my God, we're extra crispy. We're in an extra crispy side quest.
So, Lottie, we know that there's all the drama with. We know that, but we're talking about certain legacies that they left for us, as far as their music or their talent is concerned. We know the drama, and we know what happened with Selena and everything. And we'll leave it at that. We're not going to get into what the personal drama. Everybody got problems. Everybody got drama.
You know what I mean? Yeah. A really cool thing right now is that my daughter is so into Michael Jackson right now. She has posters of him on the wall. She's having that. Yeah. And so I'm like, man, I wish she could have seen him alive. Right. She was born in 2009. That's when he died. Yeah. And so it's cool to see her like watching the videos all the way down from Jackson 5 all the way up, and she loved the movie Michael. She cried all through it, and she's looking forward to the rest. I know the rest is not gonna be great because they already said they're gonna move into his life and even the accusations from his point of view. So I'm sure
Well,
they're
that's
gonna.
the second. That's the second movie. The first
Yeah,
movie was a party.
yeah,
Okay,
the first movie was his upcoming and the rising of, which is
and nobody still understands or knows that he was found not guilty on
yep.
all counts, and not
But
because he was Michael Jackson.
but there's always the court of popular opinion, and people who wanted to do some damage, they did some damage. There's people still today that think,
But you can't deny the music. I was randomly I was listening to Off the Wall. That's one of my most favorite Michael Jackson songs, and Before I Know It, and then you start singing a lot. You can't deny that kind of talent, So
watch the movie Moonwalker. Watch the movie Moonwalker. I watched the movie.
Moonwalker is corny.
It is corny. It is corny. It is super corny. But as a Michael Jackson fan, that scene with Annie, Are You Okay? With the coin, and then the dance moves, and like the entire that.
Okay, watch the Smooth Criminal video, but you don't have to.
Is it smooth? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Smooth
yeah,
Criminal.
Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Because Michael didn't want to. I mean, and then that screaming and everything, and y'all, we had a good time. So we want y'all to have that. And since we already destroyed music, we don't want to destroy gaming. We want you all to have that. We want you all to grow up and tell your great grandchildren about the great 1900s and the NES and the SNES and the N64 and the great battle of Sega versus Nintendo. Oh wait, that's our generation. But you see what I'm saying.
I want Sega to come back, make it a console, and just get back into the war. I want Sega to come back and do their thing. I want
everybody to rise up, because the more competition, the better.
Yeah. One little hot take that I have to say, and I'm looking into the future, not willing it. I'm not using my what is that word that you said? The not willer, the other one.
Oh, you're not manifesting this.
Yeah, I'm not manifesting it, but it's just the way I see things going. If things don't change, if AI keeps taking over these centers. By the way, I don't think all AI is bad. That's another conversation. We'll have that later. But if these data centers keep hogging all the RAM and all the chips and everything so much that they keep it makes it hard for gaming to evolve and to become affordable, and prices keep going up, development of games keep getting more expensive. The future that I see coming is unfortunately not even digital. Digital is you downloading a game to your computer or your system and playing that game. The future that I see coming, in order to make gaming affordable while still offering, is more cloud-based. It's a cloud-based future. If we can't get piracy under control, and we can't.
That's just one of the things we got to get.
Yeah, and they can't find another way to produce more chips because of whatever, an alternative method of powering games other than RAM and stuff. I'm sure they're working on it now, but cloud-based is what I see the future looking as. Like, I personally love Stadia. I know Stadia went belly up, but Stadia was just a proof of concept that Google wanted to do in order to prove to the rest of the market that this is good. And what did they do? They sold the technology to companies. They licensed the technology to a lot of companies out there now. So Amazon has cloud-based, and they're using Google's technology to do their cloud-based gaming. And there are other platforms out there that also offer cloud-based gaming. And that game, that form of gaming, they don't even give you access to the digital file. You just log in and bloop, you have to be on the internet, and the game is right there. You start playing it, But if we don't get that under control, and if people don't start investing more in physical, right? Because if it has to make sense for the companies, I let me tell you this, guys. Companies don't go digital out of greed. They go digital out of necessity. because if more people are buying digital than physical, and they're losing money on the physical side, they're gaining on the digital. It's just business. It has nothing to do with our personal feelings. It's business because a company like Nintendo has so many employees they have to support with not only their pay but health benefits and insurance and a whole bunch of things and the buildings that they operate in and pay the developers and the marketing. There's so much that goes into a company, right? When you say, okay, that's just one game, but that game is worth so much when it comes to how much they invest in that title, and they pay the developers plus the advertising plus servers. A lot goes into a production. That's why indie games are cheaper, because they're smaller teams. They're just Hollow Knight. People saw, oh, $20. That's amazing. Why can't everybody be like that? No, they can, because guess what? Team Cherry is only 3 people. They control their domain. They make all the profit, and so they can afford to just give you a $20 game, an amazing game. But Nintendo, they can't give you a $20 game. They have to give you a $60 to $70 game, just because how much the game costs to develop. They have to pay the developers. They have to pay their staff, and so much, and so on. So when you see a game by Nintendo costs so much, think about everything that goes behind it. Think about the employees and that are employed by Nintendo. I know that's a little bit of a, it's a little bit of a hot take, because not everybody can understand that point of view, because it's business, right? That's why they say it's not personal, it's business, because when it comes to business, you have to look for profits. You can't lose, because you got people to maintain, mouths to feed. So yeah, anything you want to add, Josie?
You're too proud of the technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy an entire planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
You quoting Star Wars?
Yes. And also, as someone who has never seen Star Wars, that's literally the only line I know. Oh, that and the misquote of Luke, "I am your father." That's not actually how the quote.
Okay. So I've seen some of the Star Wars movies. I don't know the order. I don't know what happens in them. I know Luke is your father. Luke, I am. I don't know. Apparently, that's not what he says.
But it is. But basically, that is the gist of it. It is Darth Vader telling Luke that.
Luke, I am your father's brothers, uncles, babies, cousins, nephews. that's from Spaceballs.
Sorry.
If you see Spaceballs, it's a parody of. By the way, I'm looking forward to Spaceballs too.
Yay!
Couple
comments I wanted to make. Blue Mini, shout out to you, babe. My favorite Janet Jackson song of all time is "Love Will Never Do Without You." It's one of my not my favorite video of hers, but one of my favorites. But the song that is my absolute favorite Janet Jackson song. All the time. Yeah, I can listen anytime. I can listen to it. It's the only song I will never get sick of. Can I listen to it over and over on repeat in the car, going on a long 10-hour drive? Yes, I can. And I will enjoy every second of it. That is one of my favorite jams. Another thing. I don't know when I'll be able to do when we'll be able to do PAX West as a podcast. We got some things that we got to work out.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we got some things to work out. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. But eventually we will. And I'm also I'm in the process of constructing. You know what? Just because I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working on.
You're too proud of the technological terror.
I'm just gonna do
That's
it.
what I think about with these big AI things and everything. And then I remember that I used to watch The Simpsons religiously. And I was like, I remember the episode where Google enslaved the entire human race.
That's something,
because
there.
Google itself became sentient. It became sentient, and it just enslaved the entire human race.
That's crazy cupcakes, Joycey. That's crazy cupcakes.
Hey, I don't eat cupcakes. Wait,
well, that's crazy. It's not just cupcakes. It's crazy cupcakes. If you guys know, that's from the show from not something 911, something
Reno
11.
911.
No. I know in the chat somebody's gonna tell me.
Oh, not Reno 911. The
No.
other one. I know what you're talking about. Had Terry Crews, not Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is it? Yeah, Terry Crews is in it. Yeah.
Oh, he is in it.
Yeah, he is. He's a sergeant.
Anyway, and shout out to Jay. Nasty Boys is not one of my favorite Janet Jackson songs. However, it is a good song.
Yeah,
it's just not one of my favorites. And for my Janet fans, she is doing a 40th anniversary of the Control album. Mm-hmm. Even though that's technically not her first album, it's considered her first album because it was the first album she actually had control over her own sound, the music she wanted to make, talk about the things she wanted to talk about. When she first met Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Yeah. Anyway, it's supposed to be in theaters. I don't know when, but yeah.
Got a $5 super chat by Angry Vigilante. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike, on Nintendo pricing games at $60 and some maybe at $70, but when it comes to an $80, that's just pure greed to me. I mean, yeah, everybody got their say, you know.
It depends on what it is because I can make an argument. Mario Kart was not worth $80.
It wasn't. No, that one wasn't.
Mario Kart World, excuse me, not regular Mario Kart. And I'm on. Now we'll see how I feel when they finally do update it.
Slot?
I will say that those updates should be for free, but Fire Emblem looks like an $80 game.
Fire Emblem, you think it's gonna be $80?
I think it is $80. It's coming out soon. That's an $80 game. Ocarina of Time. That one we can argue could be greed. So Ocarina of Time is going to be $80 for the simple fact that is Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
And it's the remake.
At
least that's my personal belief. It'll probably be $70 digital. But I need people to understand, and this has been my argument since Switch 2. Everything is not always about greed, like you were saying, Mike. A lot of things really are business decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's already eating, even with the increase that's coming in, like we talked about earlier, they're eating a lot of costs out of the Switch 2 anyway. They got to make up that difference somewhere. And the beautiful thing is, we ain't got to buy it day one. You better cop that thing on eBay after about 2 or 3 weeks when somebody's done with it. People love to sell their games. I don't, but people like to sell their games. Go get it used. I'm all about getting stuff used if it makes sense.
I agree.
Never buy a used mattress, but a used game, yes.
Used mattress.
You ever seen a used mattress store?
Yeah. I've actually seen people. I mean, I can't
Don't
judge.
buy a used mattress. No, I'm not judging people.
No, I mean,
I'm judging the stores that actually sell used mattresses. No.
Oh, yeah. No, but I've seen people who have actually have to kind of pick them up from the trash.
I'm not judging people.
Yeah.
First of all, mattresses should not cost this much.
Yeah.
As much as they do.
I mean, they're cheap now. You can get them in a box.
It depends on what you get and everything. And also, of course, it depends on your body type and all that other stuff. I actually got mine, of course, from Mattress Firm.
Yeah.
Because I need a certain level of firmness and softness. And I have to go in and actually lay on beds to figure out what's going to work for me.
Yeah.
So, but what I also think it should be legal to sell used mattresses. You have no idea how much crap just even one person lets off in their mattress. And you think you're being safe by washing the sheets every few days and you have a mattress topper.
Yeah.
This is so far out of whatever the hell we're talking about. And there's still so much crap that gets in your mattress. That's why your mattress, when you first get it, it feels really it feels like a normal weight. And then when you're finally done using it after a few years, it feels like 3 tons. Yeah, that's all the crap that's come off of you.
So
shower
now that we're
shower every night, bathe, do whatever you want to do. Still, crap is just comes off your body. You can't do nothing about it.
So now,
we can move on.
On a separate note, from I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys because they're extra crispy. I might trim this out afterwards, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm building. I'm going to show you for the first time the new studio that we're going into. The reason why I'm showing you because I plan on flying the Nintopics Podcast over to me. Okay, we're gonna spend like a week at Epic Universe, do a video from Epic Universe, right? And
I'm
so
gonna just move into the Zelda section. I'm just gonna live there.
So this is what I'm building here. This is gonna be the new studio.
It looks like a tiny home. It's so cute.
Yeah. This is what's going in the backyard of our new home. So I have the company is going to come over and build it. They build it in one day. It's about 24 by 12. So it's pretty big. And not only that, but I already have a design that I'm working on, and I already have people who are going to build this for me. It's going to take a little bit. I'm going to try to also help build, but this is also part of what I'm going to do here. This is going to be the new setup.
Can't you, so you don't have to do extra labor costs, can't you get get a tiny home to put on your property and use that as the studio?
Well, the thing is that I also have to do permits and stuff like that for this building. It's gonna have its like own light and its own AC and everything. So it's gonna be like an office in the back, and inside
you also need a restroom in there.
No, I'll just run to the house. Like I gotta go, and I just run I'll go out the door.
Mike.
Yeah.
One day, I'm not interviewing Reggie in a studio that ain't got no bathroom. Put a bathroom in the studio, Mike.
All right, so you guys want to see
all you need is a toilet, a sink. That's it.
So this is the design for the inside of the house. Okay, the first time, the inside of the house, the inside of the studio is not a house, a studio. Here we go. So this is actually what I'm working on. I already have half of the stuff. I'm having the desk made. This is gonna be custom made with the screens everywhere. This is gonna be our guest area on Nintopics Podcast. I'm gonna be sitting here. Joycey will appear here, and then it'll interchange between shots between this what we have now, this shot, and then individual shots. So I'm doing a full production. Of course, you can see there Indie Mania. I'm hosting Indie Mania from this location. So, and this also is a video background wall that I already commissioned also. So once the studio is built, this is only half of it. The other half of it is going to be a living room area with the couch, Nintendo decorated gaming theme, and that's where I'll record my gameplay videos and stuff like that.
Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. So you did like my idea.
Your idea.
That desk was my idea years ago.
Okay. Yeah. I probably came into my subconscious, and then
because remember when I said we should do it like a news show, and I talked about certain skits and everything.
Yeah. And you can see here, there's 3 areas. I mean, you can actually fit 4 people on this desk, but there's 3 areas: center, on the side, on the side here. So whenever I have co-hosts on site, we can all sit here. Especially for Indie Mania, this is where it's going to be, and so the co-hosts are going to be flown over, and and so the house is going to be the place is going to be big enough so that half of it is a studio area, half of it is a little living room area, but the pull-out couch, so you guys can stay over.
How are we going to stay somewhere that ain't got no bathroom, Mike?
Yeah, you're right. I'll make sure that you guys stay at a hotel near Epic Universe, at the Grand Hotel Plaza. No, it's called the I forgot the name of the place.
Tell your wife or sister-in-law coming to visit. I'm staying in the house with you.
Yeah. So that's the what we're building right now. What we're the new studio will be and look like. And so you guys are gonna, all the members already know they're gonna have a behind the scenes look at all the construction and all the cool behind the scenes look at everything. You know, I'll do a video when I go get the video wall and install it and testing all that stuff. You guys are gonna be part of it, including all the members who became members today. So make sure to stick around. It's gonna be a lot of fun once it's all said and done. But yeah, I'm upgrading everything. I'm going all in, taking this seriously. You guys already know. I told you guys, this is not my only channel. I'm also working on starting a faith-based channel to share my faith with you guys, words of inspiration and stuff like that. So that's gonna be another channel I'm gonna be operating on that studio, and of course Indie Mania. So, moving date. So far, I think towards the end of this month, beginning of September. That's where we will looking to get into the new house. It's already built. It's already done. They're waiting on us, but we want to sell this home first before we get to the other one. Get everything done. You know. So
shout out to Pool Last. That's cute. We need a moving in party. The only I will just tell you right now, have a housewarming party online or something like that, and even like maybe create like a list of things you wouldn't mind having for your home on Amazon, like a wish list. Yeah, because move in day, whenever you're moving, is like the best and worst day ever at the same time. Yeah, because it's so great. New adventure, new home, new neighbor, blah 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 blah, and then it's like, God, it's too hot to be moving all this stuff. Oh my goodness, they dropped that box with my mama's fine china in it. And why are the movers taking a break? They only moved 3 boxes. I didn't tell them to put that box in there. It's in there. And now I got to sit down after you get all the boxes in the house. Where the hell are my pajamas? Which box is my pajamas in? Why did you mark this? It's a good and frustrating day. And it just seems like it will never end. And you are just depleted of mental and physical energy. You just want a hot bath and your blankie and probably your mama at the end of the day.
I mean, good thing for us is that we're not taking a lot of the stuff. You know, we're having a garage sale and getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff. The only thing we're taking, my wife wants to take, is the living room, the bedroom set, because it's kind of new. But everything else, living room, like my daughters, they don't want the same beds or anything like that. They want to get new stuff over there, so we're just not taking everything. Just one. I'm gonna rent a little tiny U-Haul, like a tiny one, driving it out. That's it. And everything
that does make sense.
Yeah, the most of it, most of every, I would say 80% of what we're gonna take is already packed in the garage in bins. We don't use boxes. We're gonna use bins. That way we don't.
I use bins too.
Yeah, no damages. But yeah, we're almost there. Almost there.
But you can still. Did you mark your bins?
Yeah,
I have mine because I use a Sharpie and I mark all mine, and then whenever I move, it's like, oh, books go in here, clothes go in here, you know, or whatever. Yeah. But I try to get rid of stuff too before I move. Like I want to literally take out as little as possible. Yeah. If I can. Yeah. So.
All right, so we're almost near the end. We're nearing the 2-hour mark, and Josie has to get better and go to sleep and rest and get to take her medicine.
I'm having too much fun, and my throat is screaming. But good Lord, am I having fun?
And the NyQuil. You had NyQuil?
Yeah, that NyQuil probably helped. I only took 1 tablespoon.
Yeah. Boomini says, "My God, could my husband and I meet you at PAX West to say hi? We went last year and met Nintendo Prime in his podcast crew. Yeah, there's a chance. I'm still I really want to go. I'm gonna try my best to go to PAX West. It just depends on what's happening here with the house and everything. Because if things get delayed and our closing is in that time, then unfortunately I won't be able to go. But my plans are to actually go. And if I do go, of course, it will be an honor to meet you, Boomini. So I'll let you go. I'll let you guys know more closer to the event. I know PAX West is from the 4th to the 7th. I think it is 4th to the 7th of September. But yeah, I'll let you know for sure for sure. I know.
And
Nate is going, and all the crew is going, so you guys get to see him again over there. You know, which is pretty cool.
We'll go one. Our whole podcast will hopefully go 1 year. Together.
Yeah.
But Mike usually goes and gets us the scoop on everything.
Yeah. I do normally go like most of the time because it's easier to PAX East also because I'm in the East Coast. It's just like a 2-hour drive. 2-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll keep you guys updated. To Iwana will be at Gamescom in Germany. The heck! I want to be flown to. I want to be flown to Germany. I might go to too many games the next year because it already passed this year. Yeah, so I might go to too many games, which is not too far. Because because Screenwave is my MCN, is the manager to my channel, and so they can help me kind of get there, and they operate for too many games, which is good.
Huzzah!
All right, friends, the Nintopics Podcast.
FBI, open up!
What are you talking about?
I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it, so you can't prove a thing.
It is time to.
It's time. It is time for that.
And I want to shout out Lottie for giving me this soundtrack of her sleeping.
You a mess.
So shout out to Lottie for sending us that little sound bit of her falling asleep during the podcast, because it over in the UK is super late, and so it's basically what This is basically Lottie right now watching the podcast.
Get your sleep, y'all. If we go too late, please go to bed. Your health is sleep is imperative to your health, so please take care of your health.
And also Sarah sent me this one.
The same one.
And they sound the same. They have the same accent. Everybody sounds the same over in the UK when they snore. Right?
Boo this man.
Because
boo Mike.
Here in the US, we all snore. And then in the UK, they're fancier. The snoring is fancier. It's fancier.
That doesn't sound fancy, Mike.
It's fancier. They and then
that's not fancy. No, that's not fancy. That sounds like some Tom and Jerry type. Something.
You see, like we both live in the UK. Lottie agrees with me.
Pull sister says their mom snores like that. I apologize. I'll take it back. I'm very sorry.
You see. I'm not from the UK, but I know how people snore there. They snore in a fancy way. They're fancy.
I'm wrong. I apologize.
Speak proper English, and they snore properly too.
They don't necessarily speak proper English. It's just that they sound cooler when they do speak English.
Better than me. If I had an English accent, then my channel will be blowing up already.
Mm-hmm.
Please subscribe to my channel, because it's horrible. I'm not even gonna try it.
What are you doing?
All I know is how to say pip pip cheerio. Sorry, pip pip. Pip pip. I don't know what the pip pip means. What is pip pip? What is cheerio? Cheerio. Is it goodbye?
Happy English noises.
What does that pip pip cheerio mean? Anybody tell me? Is it Cheerios like with the honey?
I have no idea. You know who I think about? Last side quest, y'all. You know who I think about? I think about Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
I loved his accent and the way he spoke. Everything he said, like even when he was insulting Uncle Phil, he was always sounding like he was doing it so eloquently. It was great. Pull ass. Wait, what did she say? Or he
sounds like a farmer. He sounds like a farmer. As I'm from Dorset, I don't sound like the queen. We're gonna have to, what one day we'll add the calling feature to a podcast, and you guys can call in, and we can hear you speak properly and show us how to say things because we don't know how to talk.
Yeah, we really don't. And everybody got a different accent every 10 miles in this country.
Exactly.
But that's also one of the things I love about America. Everybody, it's like Smash Bros. Everybody's here. Everybody is here. So I'm never leaving America. I love this country. I ain't never leave. For at least not for long.
So Lottie says she doesn't open her mouth when she sleeps, but I beg to differ. All right, guys.
Also, you don't need to have your mouth open to snore necessarily.
Yeah, you can snore through your nose.
As somebody who has a little bit of an obstruction in their nose, and I have to wear a CPAP machine. Mm-hmm. Also, again, I used to smoke. Never smoked children. I still snore with the CPAP machine on. That is giving me way more air to breathe, and I sleep very comfortably when I'm not coughing like a crazy person. So, and I sleep with my mouth closed. And yeah, you can snore through your nose. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, let's leave, Mike. Let's call it a night. I've been waiting for our theme song to come back. Shoot.
All right, guys, that has been Nintopics Podcast Extra Crispy, and we got a super chat from Nerdy Seb. Let's go ahead and
hey, Nerdy. I feel like I haven't seen him in a while.
Super slow. I see it on this end, but I have to wait till it pops up on this end here. Wait, it already did. All right. It says here, hope you guys are good and doing well and wish you all best. Also, my family in Poland have seen a Polish version of Zelda book I've never heard of. Interesting. Can you send me the picture?
Yeah, feel free to send us a copy, or feel free to take a picture of every single page and send
share it on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
That is
or you can send it to me on the app formerly known as Twitter. At DJ Joycey. I'm sorry I don't post much, but if you ever want to talk about Zelda or just want to drop into my DMs and say hi, I'm always down. Please make sure to take care of yourselves. Drink your water, take your vitamins, deep condition your hair.
And thank you so much, Nerdy Seb, for the $4.99. Appreciate you. Well, then you're awesome.
That's what helps keep the curls.
You're awesome.
And that rollers. Deep condition, y'all.
All right, friends. See you guys in the next one. Before we let you go, never give up and journey on. Go to sleep, Lottie.
Nintopics Podcast. All